Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Butch On Sports. Simply Butcher's here, and as always, thanks for tuning in. Yes, it is Wednesday, over the hump day, and hopefully, yes, you are, wherever you're at, over the hump. Yes, indeed. We'll give you some sports news that, yes, you can't get enough of. I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is going to be an abbreviated version of the thing called Butch On Sports there. As always, thanks for tuning in, boys and girls. The Detroit Tigers played their final exhibition game or summer camp extravaganza, getting ready, whatever you want to call it. They're done with that. The regular season will commence on Friday the 24th when they play the Cincinnati Reds. In the meanwhile, Travis Jankowski, one of the big surprises to make the team single with the winning run in the 8th inning, and the Cincinnati Reds beat the Detroit Tigers by a score of, 2-1. Victory over the Tigers give the Reds 2 in the exhibition season over the hometown Tigers. They will be doing their thing in Great American Ballpark on Friday there. They lost yesterday by a dramatic score, 9-7 there. I don't know what to say, but it's baseball. This is what you wanted, boys and girls, and you got it as of Friday. And barring any interruptions or, tragedy of some type with this COVID-19 pandemic that is going around the nation and around the world, hopefully we'll see 60 games of baseball in a matter of a blink of an eye there. 2 months of baseball, yes indeed, for the Detroit Tigers before playoffs goes around. I had a chance to talk to Al Avila the other day. I say on Tuesday, Monday I had a conference with Al Avila and asked him one of the big questions. And one of the big questions I had about the particular situation here is what about those young players and whatnot that were doing very well in their summer camp extravaganza there? And what will be happening and what is going to be done during the regular season when these kids are ripe and ready to go? Well, Al Avila had the answers for it, and here he is with a 1 and a 2. This is Al Avila, general manager of the Detroit Tigers.
Guys that are going to be going to Toledo to let's say practice and do the inter-squad games and things of that nature. It's going to be more of in college in the fall program. There's a lot of instruction. There's a lot of repetition. There's a lot of drills, and that really makes you a better baseball player. We've always talked about the difference between the college game and the pro game. In the pro game, while there's instruction and there's practice, it's just playing games day in and day out, and that's what we're going to miss the most. But in saying that, we've got some really good instructors, we've got some really good technology, and we feel that we can get these guys ready to play this year if and when needed, but also give them enough work that they're going to progress for next year. So, and then of course, we have we're hoping that this season is successful, in that we can get through it. When I say successful, I mean we can get through the season, play the full season, get into the playoffs, World Series, and as a league. In that case, then maybe there would be a possibility of an Arizona Fall League or an instruction league where we can continue that instruction. So for us is we like the team that we're going to put on the field that's going to compete right now, and we like those young guys that are coming. We've got a couple of guys here and there. They're going to be playing hopefully in an independent league. And so, we're really cognizant of, continuing that development and working towards a really near future, obviously.
Yes, that was Al Avila of the Detroit Tigers, giving it in a nutshell how those young players are going to be treated during the particular season, abbreviated season, of course, of 60 games. And, again, Tracy Myers looked very good this year. I mean, very well. And we'll see. Again, we'll see how this is going to be treated through the season. And you heard the general manager also say about maybe making the playoffs and going into the World Series this year. I mean, he is very optimistic that the Tigers will do better than they have done in the past 2-3 years there, and then some. But again, this is only a test. I know. Take it for what it's worth, boys and girls. The NHL is near returning to action on August the 1st, and the league released their results of the latest round of COVID-19 testing results following the start of training camp there. As released, sent out were on Monday morning, or Monday afternoon, I should say, the NHL announced that they conducted 2,618 tests over the first 5 days of training camps, with 2 players testing positive. Those 2 players have been self-quarantined since the testing of the positive coronavirus there, with the league not identifying the players or the teams that they play for in the statement. Yes, the NHL is fully resuming the season, and that was put on hold in March as the pandemic spread to across the globe and then some. There are about 24 teams that will take part in this modified postseason format, with the teams playing in 2 hub cities in Canada. The Eastern Conference will play in Toronto. The Western Conference will be stationed in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. While the teams are in training camp in their home markets for the time being, that's where they're doing their training camps, the teams will relocate into Canada on the 26th, giving them 6 full days before the games are set to resume. That seems like 4 days, well, maybe 5 days. And a little bit over, August 1st, 5.5. That's what I say. 5.5. The Utah Jazz, speaking of the NBA here, will be honoring Hall of Fame coach Jerry Sloan by wearing a patch on their jerseys and warm-ups when the NBA season restarts in Orlando, Florida. That particular testing has found no players with coronavirus, excepting Russell Westbrook, which, by the way, was back practicing with his team today. He was the only one, because they were not in the bubble where that particular testing had occurred. So they have zilch, no coronavirus caught so far so good in that bubble they're living in Orlando, Florida. The patch I'm talking about with Jerry Sloan will say 12-23, which is the number of total wins for Jerry Sloan in his 23 seasons as head coach of the Utah Jazz. Sloan died in May of complications from Parkinson's disease and Lewy body dementia. He was 78 years old. Get back to the Detroit Tigers there. They went 47 and 114 last year. I say that was a season that they should forget, flush down the toilet, and some other derivative words that I can't mention over the air. Many people were just disappointed, just plain pissed off at the way things have been done with Detroit Tigers. But Al Avila said, just be cool. I'm going to have this team back as polished as I don't know what. And you heard from him earlier about how he's going to treat the younger players on the particular team and how everything is going to be hunky-dory down the road a piece there. The bad news is suspense is better than the game-per-game basis there. And, to be fair, adding some actual Major League players this season, the past offseason, they acquired C.J. Cron, Jonathan Scope, Cameron Mayburn, Austin Romine, and also Ivan Nova, a relief pitcher that they very much so need there. None of them are game changers there. However, Cron and Scope can hit. Mayburn has a veteran savvy. They very well liked in the clubhouse in the Detroit Tigers camp. And they think those things will make or make the team a better situation there. But improving the Pauling offense is and something that basically right now is a wait-and-see game there. Sure didn't see it in Cincinnati today as they were beat 2-1. I'm quite sure the majority of the players were bench warmers and whatever maybe. I did not view the game except for the last inning of that particular contest. And then I went ahead on and went through the interview process. As Michael Fulmer had an interview session with us, the media, this evening, and he pitched some simulated innings and did pretty doggone well. He was just very happy with saying the management staff very happy with what they saw from him. So hopefully things will get better, and how the Tigers will use him this year is, I don't know. You guess it. I don't know. Really, the guys, historically, when you do a rebuilding team, you get a lot of bad and awful doggone results there. However, the Tigers are trying to put this year in such a manner that they're going to be vast improvement with their particular ball club there. Having to say there won't be no fans at the game. I repeat, no fans will be at the games this year. Only media or selected media, as they're cutting down that cut down to as many as 35, only 35 media players being in the ballpark. And then we will not be allowed in the locker rooms or other places in the ballpark other than, yes, you guessed it, in our seats where we're assigned to do Zoom conferences of the players, coaching staff, and etc. there. We even got to bring in our own food, as they're not going to be offering any food in there in the particular venue at Comerica Park. That means I'm going to have to stop at any restaurant I possibly can or eat at home before I get to the ballpark, and hope the doggone game don't last 1,000 years. I'm just telling you the truth, boys and girls, of the what's ahead for Major League Baseball. Speaking of Major League Baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays need to find a home because they were just turned down by the state of Pennsylvania. Yes, the Pittsburgh, I'm going to say the Pittsburgh Blue Jays. Because 15 hours ago, it seemed like the Blue Jays had a home at a Pittsburgh stadium there when Pittsburgh Pirates are not going to play there. However, the Pennsylvania government said they're not going to sign off on that particular plan, allowing the Blue Jays to play their home games at PNC Park in 2020. Which means the Blue Jays are going to be still scrambling to find a place to play with as little as 24 hours until the 2020 Major League Baseball season begins. I say they should go and meddle with their park in Buffalo, New York, which, by the way, New York is really battling that covert virus in the quickness there. But again, we have had no word on whether they're going to play their home games, or maybe the Blue Jays will be the visiting team in any place they play this year. We don't know. I don't know. Blue Jays don't know, but they're still looking for a home and getting desperate. I mean, they're reaching at the point where the team might have to travel to the opposing team, but act as the home team according to ESPN Buster Only there. And I'm not holding my breath on that there. I still say they should go and talk to, first and foremost, with their major minor league team, Buffalo, in order to have a home to play their home games in the United States, because they're sure not going to be going to Canada this year and during this particular season. Nope, not happening. Not going on. The preseason has been canceled for the NFL this year. That means no preseason game. That was the final obstacle cleared for starting training camps on time. With the testing procedures agreed upon and out the way, the major question is left on the economics of the 2020 season. Will the owners try to earn back their bargaining chip lost in this year's CBA in exchange for a lightning or a lighter or financial burden on the players, which they thought they really, they could make a lot of money having those exhibition games because they're paid for by the networks who carry them there, per se. That's the money that they're not going to be receiving there. And also, there's a great possibility that most of the NFL teams are not going to have fans in the stands. Now, it was announced today on Twitter that the Atlanta Falcons announced that they plan to have like 20,000 fans in the stands for their home games there. which is wacky as I don't know what, but how that's going to happen, I do not know, but Atlanta's going to try to do that. Georgia's been wacky anyway with some of their rules and regulations there in this covert pandemic there. And I feel bad for the citizens of Georgia there, which basically I don't live there. So what can I say? Meanwhile, the New York Jets and the Giants, they announced that they ain't going to have any fans in the stands. And Los Angeles Rams will have their new stadium open up, okay, at SoFi Stadium for their debut. And they don't know if they're going to have fans or a limited capacity for the fans to come in there and see their particular game. The Las Vegas Raiders, owned by Mark Davis, have their new stadium built and ready for them to play in. But they do not anticipate fans at any home games for their Nevada debut this particular season. None. Zero. NA. Nothing. So there. Oh, boy. If you have not heard, the San Francisco Giants has a woman first base coach this season. Yes, Gabe Kaplan, the new coach, replacing Bruce Bochy, has appointed Alyssa Nakken to make history coaching first base this year for the San Francisco Giants. Now, if you don't know Alyssa Nakken, she is a very renowned softball player, and Gabe Kaplan thought very much so of her to allow her to come on in and coach the baseball team. And he's rewarding her by allowing her to coach at first base. So that is new this year, the first woman to coach in any capacity in the Major League Baseball, up in the Major League level there. So watch out for women. We're going to have women umpires and stuff there, which ain't not bad at all. And they'll probably be tougher than the men, but that's cool. Hey, she earned it. Congratulations to her. All right. For that, we're going to end this particular version of Butch On Sports there. Again, reminding you the Detroit Tigers playing their game, their home opener, on Friday evening, I do believe. That game going to start about 6 o'clock. But you wait, there's more on Thursday. Starting tomorrow, there'll be a slew full of games on the television sets on ESPN, I'm quite sure on Fox, Sports 1, and Major League Baseball Network is going to have their extravaganza around the league, finding out who's going to do what, when, why, and how. And, of course, you can count on me, Butch, to give you the up-to-minute version on the Detroit Tigers and maybe some other teams with it going to Major League there, and keep you up abreast on other sports news that, yes, you just can't get enough of. So, with that saying, we stand to say that I'm kind of done for this evening here. Late this evening, by the way, here. So, however, I will just tell you like it is. Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Productions. You can check out Butch On Sports on this Facebook network, Butch On Sports. You can also go to Podomatic.com, type in SIMPLYBUTCHTOO.Podomatic.com. You can also go to thegamesportshow.com and thegamesportshow.podbean.com for the up to the minute on Sunday and Wednesday Butch On Sports extravaganza of giving you some sports news. Again, I will repeat that you can't get enough out there. And also join Scott Nason, also myself, as well as E.J. Russell and Dave McKay for the Game Sports Show up in the Upper Peninsula in Sault Ste. Marie on 1400 ESPN. And we'll give you the inside out. All of us was together this Monday, and it was a joyful celebration and one of our better shows that you can listen to. So go to, thegamesportshow.com or thegamesportshow.podbean.com to get a whiff of those particular shows as well. Hey, I'm Butch, simply Butch I'm called. Hey, have a great, great weekend. Don't get in trouble. Please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wash your hands, and wear your mask.